What's up, everybody? We're back, and today we're talking about another one of those important life skills that seem to have sneaked by quite a few people. We're talking about how to jumpstart a car. I'm Megan. This is SheShop. Let's get started. When I was in high school, my little Mazda truck had a notoriously sketchy battery. So by the time I graduated, I was intimately familiar with how to use jumper cables. But it actually wasn't until I got to college that I learned that not everybody is. One day I was running late to get from one campus to another and my truck would not start. No problem, I thought. I've got my jumper cables. I just need to find some nice person to help me. And it actually was only a few minutes before I saw a lady across the street. So I jogged on over and I asked her if she could give me a jump. She was a little sheepish when she told me that she didn't know how, but she seemed to get downright suspicious when I told her that I did. She did follow me over to my truck, but she refused to let me touch a single thing until she called her brother-in-law and could walk every step by him first. Honestly, I was kind of shocked. Not only did this lady not know how to jumpstart a car, but she seemed to really have a hard time believing that I did. That's why today I'm going to show you guys how to jumpstart your car using jumper cables. I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks on things you might do to make other people more comfortable helping you. And I'm also going to show you a super cool gadget that will let you jumpstart your car all by yourself. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to need to know is where your battery is located. The vast majority of them in modern cars are going to be under the hood, but there are some oddballs out there. Here's my 1992 Miata, and it came from the factory with the battery in the trunk. This is one of those important tidbits that everybody should know about their car ahead of time. You can find this information in your owner's manual or online. Here's a standard car battery. You can see a positive and a negative terminal. When using jumper cables, it's vital that you pay attention to which is which, because literally crossing your wires here can result in a much bigger problem than just a dead battery. And next, you're going to need jumper cables. These probably won't come with your car, but they're so inexpensive and easy to find. You can get a basic set like these for as cheap as $10 at most department stores. Most cables are clearly labeled, red for positive, black for negative. The first thing you're going to want to do is put both cars in park with the ignitions off. Next, attach the cables. And this part's important. It's recommended that you connect the cable clips in a specific order to protect the batteries and the people involved. First, connect the positive cable to the dead battery. Next, connect the positive cable to the live battery. Connect the ground cable or the negative cable to the live battery. Finally, connect the black cable to the dead car. It's generally recommended that you find a piece of unpainted metal on the dead car, but you can also use the negative terminal of the dead battery if you have to. Here on my Equinox, it came with a specific terminal meant for jump starting the car. Next, start the donor car and let it run for a couple of minutes. After a few minutes, try to start the dead car. And if it does start, don't shut it off right away. You're going to need to let your car run long enough that the alternator can recharge your battery like normal. Finally, disconnect the cables in the reverse order that you connected them. What if the car still doesn't start? At that point, there are a couple things you can try. First, you're going to want to make sure that your cables are connected to the correct terminals. Then you can try letting the car charge a little longer on the donor battery before attempting a restart. If at that point, still nothing, you're going to have to call for help, but at least you can do so knowing that you've done everything you can. Now, you may run into some people who seem apprehensive to help, and that could be for any number of reasons. They could be concerned about their safety, they could be on a time crunch, but there are some things you can do that might help put them a little more at ease. These include having your jumper cables in your hands and having the hood of your car open. Both of those things convey, hey, I really am just looking for a jump and I'm prepared. The last thing I want to show you guys is a fantastic tool. It's all good and well to know how to use jumper cables, but at the end of the day, you're still at the mercy of having a donor car available. If you live in a densely populated area, that may be a risk that you're willing to take, but it is still a risk. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, or you just don't want to have to rely on waiting for a stranger to help you, you're gonna wanna get yourself one of these. This is a jump starter. They're also called portable battery packs, but they all work the same. You just hook the clips up to your battery, press the power button, and wait. Now these run anywhere between $40 and $80 online, depending on what you want them to be able to do, but they're capable of jump starting your car all on their own. I'm a huge fan of these because I love having the security of knowing that I could jump start my own car anytime, anywhere, without relying on anybody else. There you have it. Jump starting a car is as easy as being prepared and knowing the steps. This is a skill I think that everybody is capable of learning. And knowing these few simple steps can make you a more confident and prepared driver. Do you have any tips or horror stories of your own when it comes to jump starting a car? If so, leave them down in the comments. I'd love to read them. I'm Megan. This is SheShop. I'll see you next time.